In December of 2020, the restaurant business was sent into a state of shock when YouTube star Jimmy Donaldson, known as MrBeast, launched his own burger chain, MrBeast's Burgers, and opened 300 locations in a single day. This was something that McDonald's worked on for over 20 years. With 10,000 people at a restaurant opening and $15 million in sales in just under 48 hours, this has McDonald's and other big players in the industry scratching their heads and wondering how this newcomer has been so successful in such a short period of time. McDonald's is starting to realize that kid is quickly becoming their worst nightmare. It's clear that the success of MrBeast's Burgers is a testament to the power of a new business model. So what is this new business model? Before answering this question, do you know that Americans eat almost 100,000 hamburgers every minute? That's enough hamburgers to go around the world 32 times. Economists even use the price of a Big Mac in 2 different countries to figure out what the exchange rate should be. McDonald's has been unstoppable for many years and owns about 45% of the world's fast food industry. Jimmy Donaldson, also known as MrBeast, has used his 300 million global followers to run a fast food business in ways that even McDonald's has never seen. Beast Burger is not your typical fast food chain. Beast Burger had no physical locations at all. You could only order through food delivery apps. You may be curious how a business can sell real food on demand without a physical location. Well, this is called Virtual Dining Concept, VDC. Virtual Dining Concept, VDC, is the brainchild of restaurateur Robert Earl, who has created an innovative system to leverage the power of celebrity endorsement, delivery apps, and existing kitchen resources to quickly build and scale a new business. By utilizing the idle capacity of kitchens all over the country, VDC has been able to create a network of virtual kitchens to produce and package food for delivery. The VDC model has allowed restaurants to benefit from increased revenue without having to invest significantly. So when you're ordering takeaway on a Saturday night, your local burger restaurant is likely running at full capacity. This is where the concept of virtual dining comes in. Virtual dining concepts leverages influencers with large and dedicated audiences to partner with existing restaurants around the world. The restaurants are then given branded packaging, so when MrBeast fans order their burgers, it looks like it is coming from Beast Burgers rather than their local burger restaurant. So struggling restaurants get a big portion of the profits to cover their costs, and MrBeast and Virtual Dining Concepts get a big cut for their work. It's a win-win situation, and it's working. Beast Burger has become one of the most famous fast food chains in America. We think that cheeseburger could be making between $50,000 and $100,000 a day. That's not a bad way to make money off of your audience. This strategy sounds great, so why aren't other companies doing it like MrBeast? There are several potential disadvantages to virtual dining concepts, VDC. These include difficulties with third-party delivery partners, costly food aggregators, a lack of control over food quality, and the challenges of building customer loyalty. Additionally, there may be challenges in developing a brand identity, as the concept is largely reliant on the internet and social media. Other potential disadvantages of virtual dining concepts include the need to manage staffing levels, the risk of glitches and power outages, and the difficulty of creating a unique customer experience. Additionally, virtual restaurants may have difficulty competing with traditional restaurants in terms of customer service, as they lack the personal touch of a physical restaurant. So, this makes me wonder if McDonald's, Burger King, and all the other fast food places should switch to this way of doing business. We can say yes and no. While both Beast Burger and McDonald's offer similar items, their end goals couldn't be more dissimilar. President Harry Sunburn reportedly told McDonald's founder Ray Kroc that the company wasn't a fast food franchise but rather a real estate firm. McDonald's owns a lot of famous buildings all over the world, from New York's Times Square to Moscow's Red Square. McDonald's has gone all over the world to buy property in the most popular places. McDonald's gets money from its franchises based on how much food they sell, but a much bigger part of its income comes from the rent it pays on its buildings. Even though Town Square isn't cheap to rent, a Big Mac is, and while McDonald's still makes a lot of money from franchisee sales, it makes a lot more from the leases on its 38,000 franchised restaurants. This is a very different approach to Beast Burger, which only has one physical location since there is already so much demand for it. They can build physical locations without having to worry about getting customers, while the bigger fast food chains had to scramble to find the right people to promote their food. If Beast Burger wanted to compete with McDonald's on this scale, he'd have to work on his trash talk because it's not very good, and then he'd probably start a franchise and bring in a seasoned CEO to run the business. This is already in MrBeast's playbook for feasibles. They hired the former president of or expert, which Kellogg's bought for $600 million, and after seeing what Beast Burger did with its first store, Jimmy should open a flagship store in each of the world's biggest cities and be there for each of the openings. This would bring a lot of customers to the restaurant and make a lot of news in the local area. Just the grand openings will let everyone in the area know that Beast Burger is here, and then you can expand into smaller towns and districts. The success of MrBeast Burger shows the power of influencer marketing. Creators like MrBeast have an advantage over companies like McDonald's because they get customers for free. In 2020, McDonald's spent $1.62 billion on advertising in the US. MrBeast, on the other hand, gets paid to promote Beast Burger. This is a huge advantage for MrBeast, and more fast food companies have been working with creators to reach their audiences. For instance, Dunkin' Donuts and Cherry D'Amelio are working together on an iced coffee product. McDonald's has worked with other well-known people like Travis Scott and Mariah Carey in the past. Every year, it gets harder and harder for traditional companies to get influencers because influencers would rather make money from their own audiences by building their own businesses. Beast Burger has really shown that traditional fast food business models are on their way out. Affiliate marketing and sponsored posts will no longer be the main source of income. Instead, influencers are starting to make their own brands by partnering with vertically integrated manufacturers like Prime by KSI and Logan Paul. In addition to this, they have taken on one of the industries that is considered to be the most competitive in the entire globe, and they are succeeding even more so despite the fact that the idea wasn't even theirs.